So, you said there's an interesting noise when you start it up. What does it sound like?
It sounds like a pretty loud tick. Not like a constant ticking, like a lifter tick.
Could it be my cracked header?
It could have been.
That's leaking real bad. It sounds really bad. I mean,
it sounded
sounds like crap.
It sounded like it was on the back of the motor.
All right, we're trying to warm up the motor so we can change the oil. Let's see what he's talking about here. Ripped off at Petaluma Speedway a while ago, and we just kind of clamped it back together. We put some mud in there, maybe trying to help the mud kind of like melt itself into it, but it didn't work out that way. But we're gonna get the oil change done. I started kind of getting the front of the nose somewhat started, but I gotta take this to the brake I have and break a couple pieces up real quick. Bud Light. We don't got Busch Light yet. I'm still waiting on the order to come through. Woo. All right, so we got some warm oil, about 170 degrees, right?
Something around there.
Well, welcome back to another Thirsty Thursday here at Cherezian Racing. I'm Ryan, my hillbilly pit crew Eric over there.
What's going on?
We're got a little dilemma on our hands. So I said that we're gonna be racing on the 22nd Antioch Speedway, and one of the viewers out there who is actually a local guy said, hey man, check the schedule, because they took us off on the 22nd and they put in some, I guess they're running flat track bikes instead. So they got rid of all the dirt car divisions and they're just doing bikes only. So unfortunately we don't get a race in a couple weekends, but that just gives us more time to get the body more done and hopefully done all the way. We're gonna get cracking on this body, do the oil change, and this is definitely probably a one-of-a-kind nose here because it's the truck nose, but I'm gonna kind of make it look like a late model where it's all hiked up on the right side so it doesn't drag in the mud, and keeping that left side as low as possible. So I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that with this kind of nose piece. I've seen a lot of truck noses out there, like on the asphalt truck series or whatever, but those are just kind of like, you know, they're about level and they just have the sheet metal coming right up and flat, and the hood kind of mounts right to here. So it's going to be interesting, but I think it's going to look good. Just takes me a little longer to do it than most body people, just because I'm not the best at it, and it takes me a whole lot of time making up these little cardboard templates so I don't have to cut out a piece of sheet metal to find out it's not going to work. So I'm going to keep on going, and little by little. All right, so he's burning himself down there in the hot oil. I'm about to suck this power steering fluid out.
Missing something?
Holy shit! Holy God, look at me show you. All right, guys, look at this. Look at Eric found down there. Good old chunk of Placerville Speedway on the bottom of the super truck. I don't know if you can see this. Look at that thing. It's a big old hunk. Nice find.
Sitting right above my face.
This one's going in the garbage. This stuff is nasty. A little bit of water hits it. Your grandma is slipping in. Not good things are gonna happen. Doesn't get old. That was pretty high in the charts on that oil filter shootout they did. Yeah, 510-60R Wix filter. It's the only filter I've ever used on this motor. Works pretty good. You guys like my little sucker machine here? Works good for getting like brake fluid and power steering fluid and stuff. It was like, I don't know, I think 15 bucks or something on Amazon. It's kind of handy. All right, so we just dumped 8 quarts of Schaefer's 1540 in there. I think we pull it out, take a look at it, what it looks like actually out of the shop from afar. See if I need to bring it up anymore on the right side. And pretty much just look at it and drink beer for a little bit. All right, so right front's definitely gonna get picked up a little more than it is. We just kind of let it down off the jack. It's got a little rake in it.
Cool.
Alright, we can cross some crap off the board here. There's the eraser. It's in the process. Oil change done. Power steering flush is done. That we can do later. Working on it. I want to weld something up real quick. Back at the arc welding. So this hood pin right here, the bracket on it, got all twisted up in that last wreck we had at Antioch, and I kind of straightened it out. So I'm just going to weld it up real quick. And he's going to figure out some kind of way to put a handle, another handle on it, because right now, has it got one handle already?
Yeah, it's got this guy.
One handle on the front. This thing definitely ain't the lightest thing. Yeah. Yeah. Ain't my first time.
Well, you did the last time.
I know. It should be my first time after what happened last time. So I always undo my MSD box, and I also undo the coil or the pickup on the distributor here. And last time I guess I had one too many beers before I started welding, and I forgot about any of that stuff. So made sure I got it this time. Problem. God damn! I think you hit the other wall of the shop. I'm gonna start making a template for this side over here. The Hillbilly Pit Crew came through with some mountain mics. Combination. Anyways, got the handle
Very
welded up.
craftily welded handle.
Hey, as long as you can grab onto it, that's all that matters. Hit the little blue, nobody ever tell the difference on there. So you got that done pretty much. I'm kind of having a mental breakdown here on how to do this. I want to kind of angle it up a little bit. So got to get my brain cells together for a little bit longer and try to figure this out. All right, we actually got one more thing done here. Look at that. All right, so Eric just left. Thirsty Thursday is over. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow when I go ahead and start breaking up this sheet metal. I'm gonna go use my buddy's sheet metal break that's down the road. So see you guys tomorrow. All right, welcome back, guys. So it's a new day. Got a couple lines on it. I think it's gonna work pretty good. So I'm trying to make this piece right here, but this thing is moving around a little bit too much, the nose, with it just kind of hanging. So I'm making this support to put underneath it so I can bolt it. And then I'm gonna obviously weld this or bracket this somehow to the actual roll tubing here. So I'm trying to get the height so I can bolt it down so it's stationary. Then I can really get a good idea of what I need to do as far as cutting out the sheet metal. And I'm gonna put a brake in it this way and I'm breaking it that way. And I've tried something that I didn't think was gonna work, but would you know, it worked. I welded a steel nut onto an aluminum angle iron. I don't know how. Looks like I bent a little with the heat. But anyways, I don't know how it worked, but I was able to arc weld, AC arc weld on the minimum setting that's steel to the aluminum, and it does hold it because I just took the impact socket and pulled that bolt all the way out, and it was struggling pretty hard to get out and it didn't turn. So I guess you learn something every day. I thought you could never weld aluminum to steel, but maybe I just belted it enough so it's on there. I don't know. It works. All right, so I always save a little bit of the extra welding rod, just in case, you know, you got a long stick and you're done and you got just a little bit left. I save them for times like this, just little knick-knack stuff. Saving a cent, but a cent adds up a lot if you freaking do it over and over and over again. So I'm making away. Let's give it a little test here. Right on the money. All right, so got the angle iron in there, and I got a couple little tabs welded on either side, and I'm just gonna have to notch the hood where the tabs are, and once I pull this off, I'm gonna have to really get a better weld on it, but I just tacked them in for sure, just to hold it in place right now, and I'm working on getting this piece cut out. Man, there's a whole lot of angles on this stuff, on this front end. This Silverado nose is really kind of complicated on building the body for it, but got to break there, you got to break there, you got to break there, you got to break there, and it all has to kind of line up and match each other. So let me show you guys what I'm doing over here. So I got one almost full sheet still and 2 more sheets over there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need at least another sheet or maybe 2 to do everything else, but I'm trying to save as much of it as possible. So this is what I got going on. This is the template I made and bent it in a bunch of whole different angles, and I'm about to cut it out. And yeah, I got all these notes down here so I don't forget how to break them. I got to break some down and then some need to come up. So I'm gonna cut them out real quick here with my $40 Harbor Freight electric shears. So now I'm gonna go run down the street to my buddy's house, use his brake, bring it back real quick, mock it up, and see where we're at. And then I still got to make the left side, and that's even more complicated if you can believe it. The way I want to do it has a little more intricate brakes in it. Where the hell did I put that thing? There it is. How the hell did I miss this next to my Dale Earnhardt koozie? So you can ask Eric, but anybody who knows me and knows how I work in the shop, I lose this tape measure about probably on average 17 times whenever I'm doing anything that has to do with measuring. I just, wherever I leave it, my eyes just don't ever go there, and I just totally forget where I put it. And it can be like without me working on the car for maybe 2 minutes, and I'll already forget where it's at. Anyways, I got that piece kind of riveted in place. I kind of like the way that it looks, but I'm not really gonna have a good idea of how it looks until I put my plastic piece on. I'm gonna put a plastic piece that kind of comes up here and then either follows this line or maybe comes across, and that will kind of be my tire protector. And I'm really having problems with this side, but I'm getting closer. Woo-wee! This thing is kicking my butt, but I got this piece made up and it's basically riveted in place for now. And I gotta make one more piece right here, and then it should be just about done. It's taking me a long time watching some NASCAR, hoping Kyle Larson wins this one. We'll see, he's in second place right now, so need to make some moves. Anyways, I'm gonna keep on working on this thing, and this is like a 3-day video. Wasn't expecting to be this long, but this body just been kicking my butt. Ooh, baby, starting to look good. So I'm getting this piece tucked underneath this top piece I made. I'm gonna throw some more rivets in here, don't worry. But I'm trying to get the curvature right, and I'm gonna have some plastic coming up here, and it's gonna cover most of this, so I'm not worried about really these lines, but it's coming together. So that's how she looks so far. I gotta support this a little better, so I took a piece of aluminum here out of my junk pile, and I kind of bent the corner up a little bit. I'm gonna fit it right in here and build a bracket. to hook it on, like in here somewhere, build a little bracket and then drill a hole, put a bolt through it, and that should support this baby pretty good. You can see it. Dang, there it is. Just like that. Bingo. Man, I've done made a mess over here. But hey, I got the other bar made up for this side now. I figured I'm gonna go with the piece of square tubing that's iron, and I put a little bit of aluminum on the end of it. And that should hold this baby up real good. So I'm about to weld it up, and I'm gonna pull it out of here, take a good look at it, let you guys see how it looks, and if I did a good job or not, and if I even like the way I designed it. Progress, but it looks good. I like the way it sits. Bring that plastic up right here and then continue it. So it kind of smooths it out a little bit. I got plenty of tire clearance over here. That would be my body line where that string is. Cool. Keep on going, got a whole lot more to do. I had an old scrap piece of plastic I pulled out, kind of just mocked it up. It's not gonna fit, but I just kind of got an idea what it's gonna look like. I think it's gonna look pretty good with the wheel kind of covered up a little bit. We'll see. All right, so I decided I'm gonna upgrade and park the car over there. But first, I gotta mow what's left of this lawn. And I know a lot of you guys are laughing at this is all I got to mow, but that's all I got to mow because we haven't seen rain probably for at least 4 months now. Anyways, I got a little sprinkler set up so I can just get a little circle. My plan was to get it somewhat green so when the car is all done and looking okay, before I take it to the races and get it all smashed up, I can park it there and take some decent pictures or whatever. But I'm gonna mow this real quick, and then I'm fixing this sitting on that rocking chair right there and just looking at the car for about an hour or two and figuring out if everything looks good and what I want to do continuing the body. So here I go, hopping on the Craftsman. I feel like Jason in a hollow spawn running on the Craftsman with 2100. Yeah, I don't got too much to do, but I like my lawn. I wish I had more lawn to mow, but this is all I got. Gotta find somewhere to move to when it actually rains. Nothing like the smell of fresh cut grass or whatever the hell this stuff is. Weeds, I don't know. It's green, so I'm cutting it. All right, boys and girls, that's gonna conclude this video. The nose and whatever nose pieces are done on it. So that's kind of, I guess, what, like 1/4, maybe not even, like 1/5. But it's coming along. Appreciate you guys watching and coming along for the ride and seeing how we do this the slow way. But appreciate everybody out there supporting Cherezian Racing. Still working on t-shirts, so bear with me on that. Just kind of going through some problems with people who want to print the shirts for me. But it's looking good. It's pretty hard to tell right now, but I think it's gonna look good. But you guys let me know what you think. Does it look good? Do I need to tweak it a little bit? I'm fine doing the aluminum, the blue color, like the aluminum itself is blue, chevron blue is a color. I used to be able to paint it all, but I just didn't feel like painting it this time. And I like the lighter blue, I think, anyways. So what do you guys think? Anyways, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Cherezian Racing. And remember, if it's bent, it's not broken. A little bonus bogus. Where are all my sweet tea drinkers at? I went to Popeyes the other day and I asked them if they got any sweet tea, and they just laughed. You can't get sweet tea out here. You have to make it, so Livia home brew this one. It's pretty good. But you guys let me know if you like sweet tea and where's your favorite place to get it at. My personal favorite was Bojangles.